Hello, welcome back to another edition of my tutorial. I present issues that I face in the course of my development work. Now today I observed something new. I've never experienced it before. I was trying to compare multiple values or strings for a single variable, and the variable is status. Now I ran this code. Initially it was this alone. And I had my result going well. For purpose of time, I may not go into all the details, but I needed to expand the code such that if any of these conditions are met, let the div be hidden, which is to say, if the status is not equal to awaiting submission, or if status is not equal to incomplete application, let the div be hidden. Right? Now let me just show us the div here. This is actually the div here. I'm running a small application for a client. Now this is supposed to be hidden if the status, as you can see, is equal to it's not equal to incomplete application. Now the status, as you can see here, is equal to incomplete application, and that is why this is showing. So if it is either awaiting submission or incomplete application, let the div be hidden. Now when I applied it on this condition alone, it was working, but as we progressed in the project, I realized that one more condition needs to come in. So if I take you to the application itself, you can see here I'm running this. Now when I was running this one, it wasn't working until I changed it to this one. Thanks to this guy, what's his name again? Credits to, sorry, I'm trying to get the guy whose page I got the solution. Yeah. And the query was, the same question was asked here in PHP: is there a short way to compare variable and multiple values? So now, but he didn't give what will happen. I had to work out that myself. Now when I was scrolled down as well, I saw others with different like this one, right? But I didn't bother. I just went ahead with this guy's code and played around with it till I got what I got here. So what am I saying? If, for example, you have two conditions, okay, let me take us back to the application. Let me put this on search and then take us back to the application. Now, you see here, my application searches the query. Now, whatever it gets here, it applies it to this. So if the query returns awaiting submission, let this div show. The div I mean is from here to this point. If on the other hand it returns incomplete application, let the div as well show. But if it returns either approved or not approved, or forwarded for approval, or denied, or pending, let it not show. Okay, so I'm going to show us a few things. I believe you can see the text here. So now let me, currently in my database I have incomplete application, as you can see. But now let me change it to approved. Okay, I'm going to change it to approved. Now remember I said if status, right, I'm using in if status equal to approved or not approved or forwarded for approval or denied or pending, let the div not show. Okay, and from what you can see here, my status, which is this one, is showing approved. So I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, I'm going to refresh this page. Sorry, I had to hide some stuff here. So you can see now it's hidden because status has changed to approved, right? Now if I go back to the code just for you to see, here is the div here, and here is the inline. I will copy it out again for you to see. I may have to make it bold. So there's a here. If I paste it here, you see that it is the same. So if my status is equal to approved or not approved or forwarded for approval or denied or pending, let the div not show, right? Now, but if status is equal to this or this, now, but you don't have this here because this is what the system, this is what the array is checking. If any of this is equal to true, the div will not show. So what am I saying here? If for any reason you have your conditions you want to meet for the div to show, do not add it in the array. Okay? If you want either this, whatever this will be to you, or this will be to you, if you want any of this, or you want more than maybe there are even 3, right? If you want, that's why I put here, don't show don't show div. If status is equals to, okay, I'm sure you're getting my point. Don't show div, and this div is this one here. Okay, now there are multiple of it, but I'm just using this one. As you can see, my status is equals to here. Please ignore this one. This is a different one. Okay, let me use this one. Right? Don't show don't show this div. Don't show this div. Okay? Don't show this div. And don't show this div. Right? Because the array, the strings here are approved, not approved, forwarded for approval, denied, or pending. Okay? Right? Now, if I change the status back again to, sorry, pardon me, let me just copy it so it will give me exactly what I want. Let me copy incomplete application. If I change this status back to incomplete application, so the spelling here is wrong. Don't worry, I'm going to change it. Just observe it now. It's wrong. Okay, now if my status is incomplete application, now observe. See that? Even though yet it's incomplete, the system still carries a wrong spelling, but I'm going to complete it. Thank you for this tutorial now. So if it is equal to, if status is equal to incomplete application, show, because at this point the applicant need to make corrections, right? But once the application has been, once the status has changed to approved or it's been forwarded for approval, the applicant should not be able to make modifications or to submit the application again. Right? So, should you be experiencing similar stuff like this, this is the solution. Okay? This is the solution. I'm going to paste this at the description part so you can view it, or maybe somewhere on the site. Okay? So, in summary, what I'm saying is this. If you have conditions you want your div to meet so that it will show, right? Use this code here, right? Add the strings or the values you want the div to meet and not show, such that if those divs are if those divs are if those figures or the strings are the actual, as you can see here, right, the div will not show. But the one that should show should be the conditions that should be met for the div to show should not be added in the array, right? They should be omitted, right? They should be omitted. I'm sure I'm making a point. So if you want your div to show, if the status is equal to approved, then don't add approved here. If you want your div to show, add all the contrary negative conditions in your array. Then omit the ones that the divs should see and then approve them. Okay? So let's I put here, show if status is equals to incomplete application or awaiting submission. But don't show div. Sorry. Don't show div rather. Don't show div if status is equals to all of this, right? But show div if status is equal to this. So that's why I see here in this condition here, in this PHP if condition here, I've added all of this here. But you see, I didn't add this there in the array. I did not. I'm sure I've made my point clear. So once more, if you want your div to show, add the false. If you want your div not to show, add the false. If you want your div to show, omit the true. Okay? If you want your div not to show, add the false. The false are this, approved. I don't want my div to show if the status is approved. I don't want my div to show if the status is not approved. I don't want my div to show if the status is showing or is equal to forward for approval. Now this could be whatever in your own case, but I'm using it for my demonstration because those are what I have in my own application here. Okay, thank you. I hope this has made a point to someone here. Thank you so much for watching, and let it be. I believe it will help someone. Thank you so much.